How to experience the Supreme Consciousness? Goddess Parvati poses this question to Lord Shiva in the medieval text Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, and the answer comes in crisp and clear words that outline 112 techniques or action points. Vijnana Bhairava Tantra is a text from Kashmir Shaivism. It is more than 1500 years old, but even today, many of the techniques given in this text are used in various meditation practices. These techniques are based on breath, sensations, emotions, and thoughts. So, people can choose the techniques that best suit their mental frameworks. The text is in the form of a dialogue between Bhairava and Bhairavi. Here, Bhairava symbolizes Shiva or the Supreme Consciousness, whereas Bhairavi represents Shakti or the manifested reality. In the dialogue, Bhairavi requests Bhairava to present his answer in a language that can make her understand it fully. Obviously, the text is meant for the common people who have not yet gained the ability to understand complex theories. No wonder this text carries direct action points that require only our full attention. And after describing all the techniques, Bhairava insists that any one of those 112 can take the practitioner to the state of Bhairava himself. Let us delve into some of these techniques, starting with those based on breath. Technique 1. It is given in the Shloka number 24 in the text like this.
Om Shri Bhairava Uvacha Urdhve Prano Yadho Jivo Visargatma Parocharet Utpattidvitayastane Bharanad Bharita Stitihi.
Here is a broad translation of this shloka. Bhairava says, the Supreme Shakti, whose nature is Visarga or creation, manifests as upward prana and downward apana in breath. By focusing on the two endpoints of each breath, one can experience a state of fullness. Here is the visual representation of this technique. Breath becomes upward moving prana during an inhale and downward moving apana during an exhale. At the beginning and end of each inhale and exhale, we can experience total contentment. Technique 2. Shloka number 25.
Marutontar bahirvapi Vyedyugmani vartanat Bhairavya Bhairavasyetam Bhairavivyajhate vapuhu.
A broad translation. When in-breath and out-breath are stopped at their points of return, the nature of Bhairava is revealed, which is not separate from Bhairavi. Here is a visual representation. After inhaling, the breath takes a pause for a fraction of a second before turning into an exhale. At these two extreme ends of the breath, the manifesting Shakti becomes one with the Supreme Consciousness, or one can experience the non-dual state. Technique 3. Shloka number 26.
Na vrajenna vishechaktir marudrupa vikasite Nirvikalpataya madhye taja bhairava rupata.
A broad translation of this shloka is, when the Shakti in the form of pranic air stands still, not moving in any direction, lose your mind in the center and perceive the essence of Bhairava. Here is a visual representation. When an inhaling is done, there will be a pause, with no movement of air in the body. At that moment, if we place our attention at the center of the body and let it dissolve, we can experience the essence of the Supreme Consciousness. Technique 4. Shloka number 27.
Kumbhita rechita vapi purita va yadha bhavet tadante shantanama sau shaktya shanta prakashate.
A broad translation of this sloka is, when Kumbhaka takes place after Puraka or Rechaka, the Shakti reveals herself as Goddess Shanta or the divine calmness. Here is a visual representation. When an in-breath or out-breath stops on its own, that is, when the spontaneous breath takes a pause after inhaling or exhaling, we experience calmness in that vacuum. And in that calmness, the pure consciousness is revealed. Technique 5, Sloka number 28.
Amulat kiranabhasam सूक्ष्मात् सूक्ष्मतरात्मिकां चिन्तयेत्ताम द्विषट्कान्ते श्याम्यन्तीं भैरवोदयः.
A broad translation is, think of the Shakti as bright sun rays rising upward from the root by the energy of breath, gradually becoming subtler and subtler. When it dissolves at the upper center, Bhairava manifests. A visual representation of this technique. As we inhale, the energy rises and spreads through the body. It also becomes increasingly subtler as it rises and dissolves at the top. At the very moment when it stops, pure consciousness is experienced. Technique 6, Sloka number 29.
उद्गच्छन्तीं तडिद्रूपां प्रतिचक्रं क्रमात् क्रमम् ऊर्ध्वं मुष्टित्रयं यावत् तावदन्ते महोदयः.
A broad translation is, focus on the Shakti as she rushes upward through all the chakras like lightning one by one. In the end, Bhairava's glory is manifested. A visual representation of this technique. The meditation should start from the root chakra and end with the Sahasrara chakra at the top of the head. When the energy rises through the chakras and reaches the Sahasrara, one can experience a burst of energy. Finally, Technique 7, Sloka number 30.
क्रमद्वादशकं सम्यग् द्वादशाक्षरभेदितं स्थूलसूक्ष्मपरस्थित्या मुक्त्वान्ततः शिवः.
A broad translation is, pierce the 12 energy centers one by one with proper understanding of their associated letters. Then become free from the gross and the subtle to reach Shiva at the end. Here, 12 energy centers or chakras are mentioned, including the 7 normally found in yoga. These are Mooladhara chakra or root center at the perineum, Swadhisthana chakra or groin center, Manipura chakra or navel center, Anahata chakra or heart center, Vishuddhi chakra or throat center, Ajna chakra or third eye center, Sahasrara chakra or crown center. Along with these, there are 5 more chakras between Ajna chakra and Sahasrara. These are Lalana chakra, Nasikagra chakra, Manasa chakra, Soma chakra and Bindu chakra. It is said that these additional chakras are very subtle and powerful energy points, and we need to work on them only under guidance. A word of caution here. We have to practice the first 5 techniques after learning them from a competent teacher for some time in order to establish ourselves in the fullness of awareness. Practicing mindfulness meditation and Anapanasati will help us tune with breath. We should be extra cautious with the last 2 techniques, as they are supposed to be for activating the Kundalini energy. So they have to be practiced under the supervision of a teacher in person. This is very important. Hopefully this video has inspired you to explore meditation based on breath. In the next video, we will examine techniques based on other elements which can be practiced on our own. If you like this video, please do not forget to leave your opinion in the comment box. Thank you for watching.